Aprilia Superteens, number 55, Chrissy Rouse, the championship leader, on pole position. Alongside him, 94, Jamie Thackeray, then 80, Callum Bay. And the lights go out and away they run, and well, Callum Bay switches sides of the circuit, and behind, it's Charlie Oakland there. Just, I think, a slight touch, and her bike goes rattling into the Armco, and I think, well, luckily, I think Charlie more shocked than anything else. She gets up and walks away from that.
Well, yeah, and Shaq's going to help pick it up in his high heels, running away there, trying to help, but that could have been a lot more nasty than it was, couldn't it? Yeah,
very lucky for Charlie, and it's good to see her get up. And this on the back of one of her best ever racing weekends. She started a race yesterday 20th and finished in 10th, which is her best ever Aprilia Superteen placing. But meanwhile, well, they have to get on without her up here. There we see Josh Daly working hard round about what 9th or 10th place at the moment, but up the front it is Callum Bay from Chrissy Rouse, the two teammates once again just making that break, while the others almost falling over themselves behind for position. And in third place, well, for third place rather, it is a really good battle shaping up already as Callum Bay leads out of the chicane. That battle behind, though, is Jake Dixon just ahead of Sam Cherry.
Yeah, Sam Cherry back on form, good to see, as Harry Coomber and Marcus Tatchell just make their way into the mountain. Josh Daly, we mentioned earlier on the Dayglow yellow Aprilia, number 88, is actually riding with injury. He dislocated his shoulder yesterday, so he's braver than me. I'm not sure I'd get back out of there after that.
Yes, of course he was. Went through all the usual processes, seen by the medics and everything else, and it's apparently back where it should be now, and he seems fit enough to ride. Jake Dixon in third place has just broken away from Sam Cherry, and he's catching the two leaders. Jamie Thackeray chasing hard. Look at this battle behind.
Yeah, that's the two Hartley Hare brothers actually battling each other. Matt and Harry Hartley going in side by side, and I'm sure the dad on pit wall is having a mare.
Yeah, there'll be a squeaking going on somewhere, but they're up at park. Sam Cherry still ahead of Tommy Philp. Then it's Jamie Thackeray and down. Oh, goodness me. Well, thank goodness.
That's Matt Hartley, I think.
Yep, he's getting up. He got up immediately, but, well, yes, we're down by one Hartley. What a shame for Matt. The leaders already down into Mansfield. Chrissy Rouse stalking Callum Bay, and then Jake Dixon, who is now really rattling along in third place. He's got clear of his pursuers, and he's got his bead set on Chrissy Rouse's second place.
He has, yeah, as we see Tommy Philp there, then Jamie Thackeray, who we spoke to at the top of the show as well. And in fact, Harry Hartley's gone down somewhere as well. So both Hartleys have gone missing.
Great shame for them, as the leaders up over the top there, down towards the hairpin and barn corner. Now then, look at it. 3 for it, genuinely. Jake Dixon right on the pace of the leader, Callum Bay, and Chrissy Rouse in second. Sam Cherry leads the charge. Behind with Tommy Philp, and there Jamie Thackeray in sixth place. They run up through Coppice.
Yeah, this is a better race from Tommy Philp, number 155. He really has come on as a rider this year, certainly since his novice days, so it's good to see him up the sharp end. Chrissy Rouse then going up the inside. That was a bit closer than I think John Davis would have liked it, not that he can see from this part of the circuit.
And he runs wide, and I think Callum Bay may just have nicked it back, and Tommy Philp almost up alongside Sam Cherry there, but yes, Callum Bay did nick it back, so Chrissy Rouse just a little too hot into park. Bay back in the lead, then Rouse, and Jake Dixon still right where he needs to be, riding shotgun.
There's Luke Thackeray going into the gooseneck with Brad Shaw, the Aussie, just behind, going into Mansfield.
They are working hard. They're round about down sort of 14, 15, 16th place, but leaders back towards us, and it is Chrissy Rouse in front again. Callum Bay dumped back to second, and, well, Jake Dixon running in third. There's Jamie Thackeray. Then Jack Keane, one of our Snetterton race winners, is working hard again, just ahead of Josh Daly, and Luke Buckingham, fresh from his paper round. And I tell you what, you'd get a quick version of the news if he was your paper boy. He's running, I think, in 8th place at the moment.
Jake Dixon, number 35 with a white helmet here, doing a really good job of hanging on to these two, because they've been realistically run away all weekend, and he's doing a very good job. I think he's probably just going to quite enjoy watching the battle up ahead of him for now.
Yeah, it's great stuff, and this is the battle behind, and there we see Josh Daly And tucked in behind him, Harry Coomber. Harry Coomber, I think, from the beginning of the year, is another of the best improvers. He really has come on as Harry. But Chrissy Rouse, once again, seizing the initiative there at Park Corner, just drops it up the inside, going into Park Corner. Callum Bay having regained the lead. I mean, it really is, isn't it? Same as the first race. It is just changing the lead virtually every second corner on this track. And there's a good few corners at Cadwell.
There is, yeah, and it's great racing from these guys. As we see the battle for 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th, and etc. going through there. And that's Tom Oliver, number 20, with the Union Jack on the side of his helmet, going into Mansfield as well.
Right, he's chasing that little group ahead and trying to stay in touch with them, but we await the leaders. There they are, coming out of Barn Corner. Look at this, Chrissy Rouse has really put a gap on Callum Bay and Jake Dixon. The last lap flag is out. Jake Dixon as flat on it as he can be along the straight towards Coppice. I think Chrissy Rouse may be out of his reach, but Callum Bay certainly isn't. There we see Jamie Thackeray in 6th place, chasing hard. Well, Chrissy Rouse out the front, championship leader. He's been successful at all the circuits this year. Hasn't always picked the race wins, as we said, up at Snetterton, but he did pick up good points finishes in most of the races.
Yeah, and the other thing is, Robin, is this will be his 8th race win, as well as those top podium finishes, so points make prizes.
Absolutely. Callum Bay, though, his teammate, still there in 2nd, but Jake Dixon would love to displace him. Here comes Chrissy, as I say, probably out of reach and out of touch, but Callum Bay and Jake Dixon, look at that determination on Jake's face. If he could pick that bike up and drag it round, he would, but got to ride it, mate. There they come, up the hill, into Hall Bend, still just Callum Bay and Jake Dixon dogging his every move. Once again, these young riders, they ride so close to each other and so close to the white lines, the edge of the circuit, but they managed to stay on board. Fantastic stuff. Checker flag made ready. Chrissy Rouse, he's pleased with this one even before it's over. Yes, that's a good win for Chrissy. Callum Bay, I guess he takes 2nd, and you can know how pleased he is. Jake Dixon, an excellent 3rd, though. And Tommy Mounting, good for Tommy. Coming back from that injury, finishes 4th ahead of Sam Cherry, and Jamie Thackeray picking up 6th place. And Chrissy Rouse, well, breathing sighs and sighs of relief there. That was a workout. A good win for Chrissy from Callum Bay and Jake Dixon. Tommy Mountain was 4th. Sam Cherry, as we said, was 5th ahead of Jamie Thackeray. Those are the overall results. And there the podium. Chrissy Rouse, Callum Bay and Jake Dixon. Chrissy the winner. The standings, well, Chrissy Rouse leads those from Callum Bay. Tommy Mountain is 3rd in the points by 3, just ahead of Jack Keane, then Josh Daly, then Jake Dixon. There we see our newcomers, Callum Bay, Jake Dixon and Harry Coomber. And in the newcomer standings, Callum Bay, well, he leads that from Joe Collier. Harry Coomber's 3rd, Bradshaw 4th, Callum Cooper 5th and Jordan Hole 6th.
Jake Dixon 4th in the earlier race and a good 3rd here. Yeah, starting to get some decent points.
Yeah, it's good because I'm coming on and bike got a bit quicker for the 2nd one, and it was just a lot better. If I could like go down the straights and stay with him a little bit, but it still pull away, so it's all good.
You're getting slightly quicker and you're catching up these guys, but they're pretty quick, aren't they?
Yeah, they are quick, especially Chrissy and Bay, because they're pushing it really hard. And I could see by when I was at the front how hard they're pushing it. Bike moves everywhere, and it's just really good.
Anyone to thank at all?
I'd like to thank my dad, Graham Bromley, Haulage, and just all my other sponsors.
Well done.
Cheers.
Winner of race 2 here, Chrissy Rouse. You just missed out on race win this morning, but fantastic weekend for you.
Yeah, I've had 3 wins in a second. It's the most points I've ever had in a weekend, so very good.
Now, Cadwell Park's a difficult circuit for most people. You seem to make it look quite easy.
Well, I've been here twice last year, and so I've had pretty lot of practice out there, so but it's very tough.
Well, it's all looking good for the championship. You must have a few people to thank, of course.
Yes, I would like to say a massive thank you to my mum and dad, John at JDF, Ian at Mistral, Derek at Magnum, Mr. Winch, the Principal Mass School, Emmanuel College Gateshead. Rob Fall has helped this weekend, he's been really good. Motor Point, my new protective clothing sponsors, Quantum Specials, and big thanks to Fat Rog and Mark for coming and supporting us this weekend along with everybody else. Thank you.
Well done.